I do not know how to rationalize such pain and anguish. My heart is shattered for the innocent daughters of this world. Lies fall upon them like acid rain, corroding all their peace, choking out their joy. They were born in wedlock in the very image of faithful virginity, but they are pushed beyond their conscience cries. They compromise their own worth and purity to experience acceptance and love. Bitter my tears have become, for these precious souls have been subject to the lust of man. Like the wolf chases the deer with sadistic focus, so do evil men relentlessly chase after this weakened flock. They spill blood that was not theirs to spill. They sell their souls, and they walk in the shadow of spiritual debt, but they ignore the chain tightening around their very neck. They anoint the precious heads of God's daughters with the dark cold wine of sexual sin. Do you see her face? Her hair is dripping. She shivers from the cold she's endlessly confronting. She would scream out, but this wine numbs her tongue. Her voice is silenced. It was not enough for them to act out in shameful pleasure, so they reached for the wrists of children and pulled them in with lies and deceit without measure. They promised love, but only manipulated for their own gain. They promised affirmation, but tore and twisted their identity. They promised faithfulness, but ravaged their bodies. And now they are discarded into shadow, and all that dim-lit hopes of this being a safe place are extinguished. The daughters fall to their knees, they cry out. With fractured hearts they came, with shattered spirits they left. Their identity, their self-worth, spit upon by reckless men, striving to feed that dark and churning stove of self-pleasure, seemingly an internal inferno that does not relent, always seeking a stronger medication to numb their pain. They shove these daughters into a mold of fantasy, but this pharmacy they shop at has long been lost to the true face of reality. Abused and helpless, they allow the death of chastity. How far will she have to go to find his love and find his face beyond the mask she sees? How far will she go until there is no return? Her father tells her to stop, but she ignores him and accepts she will never learn. She cringes from the way he treats her, his hands reaching deep into her soul, warping her perspective. So she allows the yoke of lust to fall upon her shoulders and the bridle of lust to wrap around her head, guiding her movement. She drives under this weight of the demon's devilish specter. These daughters are driven mad. They are poured out again and again. They are forced into an affection they wished would finally end. But these men do not hesitate to walk through forbidden doors. They use up and then throw away the most precious piece of the human core. They entertain themselves by destroying their reality. And what started as a fairy tale has become a demonic monster. What happened to all those promises of free joy and laughter? These daughters trade their lives and hope for a glance of love, but all they get is another glimpse of the tragedy of man's fall. So I walk about this wreckage of these lonely and broken souls. I question who will bind them together again. Are they all destined to remain in the cycle of chaos? Who will show them what true love is, and refuse to force-feed them the cheap love society holds in such esteem? They've been conditioned and trained to give everything they have away. They don't hold back. Who will apply the balm of grace to these ravaged and bleeding people? Who will dig in the rubble and rebuild the foundation of identity in these daughters' steeples? This temple has been ruined, but still hope remains. Who will tell them they are beautiful without any strings attached? I walked through this wreckage and I sobbed myself to sleep. I don't know how to rationalize in my mind such injustice. My heart is shattered for the innocent daughters of this world. Oh Lord, show me how to make this new again. Oh Lord, show me the day you come to bring justice.